This Teddygaming. Welcome back to another review on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Tales of the TMNT, Volume 2, Issue number 38, Triception? I'm not too sure how we really say the name of this issue, but with this issue, this one is probably going to be, or I think this will be the hardest, or one of the hardest comics to review. And it's not necessarily because it's like a bad story or a good story or anything like that. It's because I have like a, I've read this story as a kid growing up. Because a little context around this issue for people in the UK. I mean, I don't know if this story was actually like released as a comic form in the UK. I'm not too sure. I don't know anything about that. But in the magazines that are coming out at a time that were published by Titan magazines, it also released them with the Fast Forward comics, which I did a while back, and also they re-released the 2007 movie comics but in colour, but didn't do the April issue, but decided to do this issue and split over two magazines and coloured it. One big problem is that they didn't colour the tales properly and gave them all multicolored bandanas and all that, so it was off to a great start there. And that's where I'd say is like where I think that this issue might be really hard for me to review, because I have so many memories of reading this one, not really understanding the text or what's actually happening, or know that I was seeing the pictures and I thought, oh great, Leatherhead. But other than that, so looking back on this one now, it's really difficult for me to be like, I don't know, because I want to be like really like neutral about it and be like, oh, it's bad because of this and this and this, and it's good because of this, but I just can't, because whether like thing I want to say, I was just gonna say it, but at the same time, my childhood, so there's that. Okay, so with the actual story itself, I feel like we should actually get into this one, just so that I don't stop talking about my childhood and stuff like that. So with this one, we do get to see the Turtles, they're practicing with Master Splinter, and that's when we do get to see them go out and be like pirates, because at this point in time for them, they're only using the wooden swords, which I do find a little bit weird, because like all the Turtles have them, which I do find a little bit weird, because I would have thought it was only being like a Leonardo type thing, but no. So after that, we do get to see Leatherhead. He's in TSRI talking to a doctor called Dr. X and saying that he wants to go out and be like in the sewers, because you can take the gator out of the sewers, but you can't take the sewers out of the gator, or something along those lines. And I mean, with this bit here, because I mean, I do like it that they're doing our story Leatherhead, because I think he's a really great character. But at the same time, I do feel like it's a little bit weird that these like the story sort of like, I don't know, I feel like it basically like says that the first time they met Turtles in Tales of TMNT Volume 1 issue, I believe it's 6 or something like that. It makes it like non-canon in a way, in terms of like it's like the official way that they met, and like that's good that like they are making like a new like beginning for this like relationship and all that. But at the same time, this will just, I think you know where I'm coming from, and it just seems a little bit weird that it, like even after like 15, like 20 years after this encounter, they're like, oh no, I don't know who you are. Oh, who are you? Wow. So there's like a lot of stuff like that, which I'm just questioning. Also, I wouldn't be too surprised if maybe this story was sort of like adapted in a way from the Tales of Leo episode, where like Raph and Leo met a alligator in the sewers. So there's that. So then after that, we do get to see Leatherhead, he's swimming in the waters, and we do get to see Raph, he throws some rocks at Leatherhead, and he gets really angry, and the Turtles run off because they're scared about him, and Leatherhead is going after the Turtles, trying to find them, and that's when we do get to see some aliens. They come out, and Leatherhead just kills them, and I don't think we'll ever find out like who these aliens are or anything like that, so I do find that to be a little bit weird there, but I don't know what to really say about it, just because they're there, but they don't get any context about them. But then the Utroms come and they take Leatherhead away, and Turtles go home, and Master Splinter grounds them all because they like went out of a zone which they were not supposed to go to, and that's pretty much it for this issue. Now for the artwork for this issue, I do think it again, it's still like one of these things where like I like it a lot more because of my childhood and stuff like that. I mean, had I not seen it as a child, I feel like I would definitely like this artwork, just because I'm pretty sure this artist has worked on other stuff before for Turtles, and I've really enjoyed the artwork before, so I don't think that would have changed. But I must admit, also, it's a little bit weird for me, like, seeing it in black and white now, and not in a coloured state, which is interesting because it's all like reading the the early Mirage issues in black and white, and then also in colour. And I think both of them have their strong points, but I do feel like the coloured one, while it definitely is wrong because they colour details with the multicoloured bandanas, they did. And I was talking about it, brought out a lot more detail and did look like more nicer and cleaner and stuff like that compared to it being black and white. But I mean, I must admit, looking at black and white, it was like refreshing in a way, as if it was a new story. But God, it wasn't. But yeah, I mean, must admit, overall, this story, it was pretty great. And like I said, I do like stories about Leatherhead, and I feel like this one was definitely no different, as it was a pretty interesting one, as you do get to see Leatherhead get developed in a more interesting way. And then also just like a little stuff with like Leatherhead and him meeting the turtles and all Sarai stuff. I just do find a little bit weird that they're exploring that stuff that is supposed to be like come before like all the stuff which, you know, when Turtles found out about T-Sarai, about when they found out about Leatherhead. But it's like a lot of stuff which there's nothing wrong about this story. I don't think it like makes anything non-canon or anything like that, but it's just a weird situation where it's just like they knew about this stuff and then they forgot about it, and I'm just struggling to enjoy it now. And this is like where I'd say that one promises with the childhood stuff, because I really want to like it, but with all those problems, I just can't ignore them because, well, hopefully you understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, it's just. Oh god, this is so weird, but yeah, I mean, this issue, it was. I really want to give it an initial review, but I just can't, because I just want to say that it is a really great story. And I do think it is generally is a good story, but I feel like had people grown up with a story like I did, with reading it as a kid and not really understanding it, and now be like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that, and that. It's just so weird, but I do think that overall, this story is generally good, despite all the other stuff which I've said about this issue. So I would definitely recommend this issue if you do like Leatherhead and T-Sarai, Tots and stuff like that. And yeah, that's all I really got to say about it. It's just that it's a really great issue. I just feel like people would understand where I'm coming from if they had grown up with this one. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this issue? Do you like it? Do you not? Also, what do you think about like the whole thing with like Leatherhead knowing about the turtles beforehand and stuff like that? So yeah, that's good for today, guys. If you doesn't, please share. Let's just grab more stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.